Hey guys!
Hi.
You might notice a different background. We have lost power today because of a thunderstorm, so we're on a friend's porch. What are we talking about?
We are talking about why we are going to save the amount of money that we're saving to retire early.
Yes, a longtime subscriber of ours, Acerbus Gaming, Acerbus, what'd you say? Acerbus said this: living off $420,000 would only pay you $16,800 a year at 4%. But looking at your budget, it seems like you spend more like $20,000 to $30,000 a year. Are you going to cut back when you retire? First, I wanted to say thank you for asking this question so respectfully. Usually the question is phrased like this: good luck with your budget. Not! What idiots you guys are. You don't know how the real world works.
What he is referring to is our goal of saving $420,000 in order to retire early. And we talked about this in a previous video called What Do You Mean Retire Comfortably? And he's absolutely right. If you subscribe to our net worth update newsletter, then you would notice every month except one this year, we have gone over budget, which puts us on track to spend more like $27,000 a year instead of $17,000.
So why don't we just adjust our early retirement goal? The math says we should save more like $675,000. By the way, the math we're talking about is called the 4% rule, and that says that you can withdraw 4% of your investment every year without touching your initial nest egg. Link in the description if you want to read more about that. So a quick way to see how much you need to retire early is multiplying your annual spending by 25. If you want to spend $40,000 a year in retirement, $40,000 times 25, you need to save $1 million.
So why don't we just make the correction, especially with the baby on the way? Well, there are a couple reasons why, but what it really comes down to is what the goal represents and what early retirement means to us.
We made a video about this already, but to quickly recap, for us, retirement does not mean sitting on a beach sipping pina coladas or golfing the world's most exotic resorts. For us, retirement and financial independence are synonymous, meaning once our basic living expenses are covered, we've met our goal. If you look closely at our budget, you can see we have quite a bit of luxury in our life right now. I mean, we've got 2 trips planned this fall, one to Charlotte, one to Norway. We've got MacBook Pros, we've got professional camera gear. Our food budget looks closer to a family of 4, and the list goes on.
So, if the question is, could we scale back and make that nest egg work for us? Yes, probably, but that's not our plan by a long shot. For us, the $420,000 represents the point at which we get to decide what kind of work we want to do and when we want to do it.
Once we retire, our hobbies are inevitably going to make us money. We can't help that. Unfortunately, we can't predict what those hobbies might be or why my gut says that money is not going to be an issue. And I know that's not the answer you're really looking for. All I could really do is give you a couple examples. So if money were no object and I could do anything with my time right now, I would do one of 2 things at this very moment. One is open the BYOB bar that we've talked about once or twice on the channel before. I don't remember where that was.
I think in a live show.
It was a live show at some point. And the second is creating the ultimate used car buying guide, because I have a ton of friends right now buying used cars and I have all this information and I want to tell them and I can't, there's no package that I can give them to help them along. That's what I would do right now, and both of those ideas could potentially earn hundreds of thousands of dollars or completely flop. And that $420,000 nest egg would give us the safety net that I would feel comfortable going out and risking my time on those kinds of projects.
I know that's not the open and shut answer that people are hoping for, but we can't pretend that the unknowns are known to us.
Yeah, I think it's important that we draw a line in the sand and give us something to shoot for that's not a moving target. Additionally, we have a few contributing factors that are working for us but are probably not applicable to everybody. The most obvious being this YouTube channel. I mean, its earnings are already growing at an incredibly fast rate, and that alone might catapult us into financial independence before we planned. And growing this channel also gives us an unfair launch pad in the future for any projects that we might take on out of pure enjoyment, whether it be music, art, writing, inventing, literally anything could become a product that we might sell, and because we have an audience, it could produce an income.
Another is the fact that Mike loves finding deals and fixing things, both things that most people hate.
Yeah, we've said before that if I could just take the time to find the right real estate deals, we could probably be financially independent right now with the money that we have. Whether that happens now or in the future, once we're retired, the love of the hunt of the deal and fixing things are both bound to make us money, somehow.
Now, the early retirement police will argue that managing rental properties or making videos or building things and selling them is a job. And if that's the case, then we're never going to retire.
You can call it whatever you want. This channel is not a how-to manual. It's more of just an experiment that is our lives, that we're sharing with you, And if you see something you like, maybe you want to replicate it. In the meantime, we're going to stick to our original goal, at least for the next couple years, and see where it takes us. Hopefully it keeps us accountable to our budget, and at the end, if we have $420,000 and it's not enough, I would not call that a failure.
Instead, we will regroup and move forward. We hope that answers your question.
Bye, guys.
Bye.